afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Anoluakpo Idowu. The Senate has convened a security summit for the North Central Zone in Jos, Plateau State, to address the worsening insecurity across the region. The North Central Zone, comprising Plateau, Niger, Kwara, Kogi, Benue, and Nasarawa States, has suffered a surge in violent attacks. Leading the Senate delegation, Senator Abamoro underscored the need for collective responsibility in tackling the nation's security challenges. The one-day summit drew a broad range of stakeholders, including traditional rulers, youth groups, opinion leaders, security agencies, and academics, who are expected to produce recommendations on the most effective strategies to tackle insecurity in the region. The immediate past Chief of Defense Staff, retired General Christopher Musa, has urged Nigerians to redefine peace beyond the absence of gunfire, emphasizing justice, opportunity, and hope. Speaking in Ibadan, he stated that true peace is not merely the silence of guns, it is the presence of justice, opportunity, and realistic hope for a better tomorrow.
And I think working back together, supporting the government, supporting ourselves and our communities will make the community resilient. And once we do that, we'll take ownership of all the challenges facing us as Nigeria. We'll be able to succeed. So I want to call on all Nigerians not to give up hope. Nigeria is a great country. We are great people and we'll continue to do well. Let us not allow anybody to discourage us for whatever reason. Together we're stronger.
Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Debo Ogundoyin, stated that the Nigerian legislature will continue to support the creation of state police.
The message of this conference, the peace is both a leadership responsibility and a shared civic duty. And once again, for the record, the Conference of Speakers, the Oyo State House of Assembly, advocate more than ever before for state police, and we will back state police now in our time in history in Nigeria.
Similarly, Abiodun Essien, the President's Community Engagement Aide for North Central, reaffirmed the government's commitment to eradicating terrorism, banditry, and Boko Haram.
Mr. President is working round the clock with other security agencies. Yesterday, the Secretary of War from the United States also promised that they are going to support Nigeria with intelligence reports and also some equipment for us to fight terrorism and banditry in Nigeria. So we are working hand in hand and working around the clock with the World Coordinated Security Architecture to make sure that there's lasting peace in Nigeria.
These Nigerians called for a stronger collaboration between citizens and authorities to fight extremism. Moving on, Justice Daniel Siago of the Federal High Court in Lagos has ruled that the federal government, the 36 states, and the Federal Capital Territory have a legal obligation to provide free, compulsory, and universal basic education for every Nigerian child of primary and junior secondary school age. The judgment was delivered in a suit filed by human rights lawyer Femi Falana, a senior advocate of Nigeria, and Hauwa Mustafa, who sued for themselves and on behalf of the Alliance of Surviving COVID-19 and Beyond. The federal government and the state and the FCT were listed as respondents. In the certified true copy of the judgment, Justice Osiago held that by virtue of Section 11, subsection 2 of the Universal Basic Education Act, the respondents carry a binding statutory duty to provide free and compulsory basic education within their territories. A two-time gubernatorial candidate in Osun State, Ayodeji Eniola Oni, has stated that religious bodies play a vital role in politics, calling for their unification more than ever before. Oni, who stated this in an exclusive interview with Dominion News, clarified the notion that politics is a dirty game, stressing that Nigerians need reorientation and the perception of politics.
Religious leaders have a lot of things to do, especially in politics in Nigeria. You know, we are the one like the mouthpiece to the people. We are the one that we carry the message to our members. So it's not the time for we as a religious leader that we need to sit down. This is time that we need to talk to the people about the politics. There's nothing dirty in politics. If you are talking the dirty, politics is dirty, that means you are the one that is dirty. For example, if you refuse to steal, Understand? Nothing happened to the money. There's nothing like a dirty politics. We are the one that's dirty. So we need to reorientate our life, reorientate our thinking. So even the politics start from the home.
He emphasized that the system is not corrupt, but the people, stressing that a good heart reflects in action. And on the foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau's deposed president Umaro Sissoco Embalo has arrived in neighboring Senegal following his release by military forces that toppled his government this week. It follows negotiations by the regional West African bloc ECOWAS to secure his transfer amid rising tensions in Guinea-Bissau. Senegal's foreign ministry disclosed in a statement that Embalo had landed in the country safe and sound on a chartered military flight. Meanwhile, the military in Guinea-Bissau has already sworn in a new transitional leader, General Hota Ntam, who will rule the coup-prone country for a year. Donald Trump has said he will permanently pause migration to the United States from all third world countries. The United States president wrote in the Truth Social post that the decision would allow the U.S. system to fully recover from immigration policies that had eroded the gains and living conditions of many Americans. However, he did not provide details of his plan or the names of countries that might be affected. Trump's comment come a day after an Afghan national was accused of shooting 2 members of the National Guard in Washington, D.C., one of whom has died. At least 80 people have died and dozens more are still missing after devastating floods hit Indonesia this week. Southeast Asia is facing some of the worst floods in the region in years, with millions impacted across Indonesia, Malaysia and Thailand. But it's not just Southeast Asia that is struggling with extreme weather. In Sri Lanka, at least 56 people have died and 21 are still missing after heavy rains wreaked havoc on the island this week. And talking sports, Nigeria midfielder Fisayo Dele-Bashiru has been reinstated to Lazio Serie A squad following his return to full fitness. Biancocelesti removed Dele-Bashiru from their Serie A squad after he suffered an injury during the Derby della Capitale against Roma in September. El Cid Usai was cut from the squad to make way for the attacking midfielder Dele-Bashiru, who has now made just 4 league appearances for Biancocelesti this season. Is expected to feature for Lazio against AC Milan at the San Siro on Saturday. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across the social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and our next at Dominion Cast. And that's the news updates. I am Anulu Akpo Idowu. Thank you for watching.